Hi everybody and welcome back to the Upside Dan. Today we will be talking about the A24 film Lamb. This will be a spoiler-free review until after I've given my rating. After my rating I will go into a few of the spoilers, but it will be spoiler-free before the rating. A childless couple, María and Ingvar, discover a mysterious newborn on their farm in Iceland. The unexpected prospect of family life brings them much joy, before ultimately destroying them. This film was directed by Valdimar Jóhannsson and written by Sjón and Valdimar Jóhannsson. It stars Noomi Rapace, Hilmir Snær Guðnason, Björn, Hlynur, Haraldsson, and Ingvar Sigurdsson. This film is in Icelandic, but there are obviously English subtitles on the screen. It didn't bother me because I'm used to watching films. I like watching films in subtitles anyway. So this was an A24 film if I've ever seen one. If someone asked me to show them an A24 film to show them what kind of the studio is mostly like, I think this is the one I would choose. Ooh, it's very A24. And a lot of them, they don't have the the traditional Hollywood horror. And I like that about them. They're not traditional. They kind of go against the grain of horror. I wouldn't even classify this one as horror. I mean, it says horror, drama, and mystery. There's some creepy imagery in here. There's some eeriness to the scene, to these lambs and the vision, the imagery of the scenes, some of the scenes. There is some things there. But I don't know if I would classify this as a horror. Although a lot of A24 films, they are classified as horror and they're not the traditional horror you see, which I like. And I do like this studio, and I'm surrounded right now by some of their great films. I mostly like every A24 film I see. I did not like It Comes at Night, and it was visually appealing. It was amazing, a visual spectacle, but I wasn't really a fan of The Green Knight either. Out of the other ones I've seen, I've really enjoyed them. They're slow burns. That's what most A24 films are, but I think that they are a great studio. And this one is no different. This one has a beautiful location, beautiful set pieces, just visually, very appealing to the eye, visually appealing. The isolated Icelandic farm that this couple lives on was beautiful to look at, and the animals were very beautiful, and I really liked, sometimes they would just have a shot of the Icelandic near the river, the mountains, just the shots of the sheep, just a shot of the dog, the cat, and I think that was those were really beautiful. Some of them may seem unnecessary, but I think that it did add a thing to the film that not a lot of films would have taken the time to add. And the visuals were just astounding. The score was beautiful as well, and creepy when it had to be. The acting was really well done. I thought that it's mostly the lead actors, and then one of the guy's brother comes in at a point, and he's there for a lot of the movie. They're on fourth from there on. He's in a lot of the movie from there on, and I think these three are there's not a lot of characters here. They're the three main ones, and then of course it's in the trailer. I won't give too much away. I won't give anything away, but it's a lamb hybrid with a human. It was really intriguing to find out more about that, how this happened. But to be honest, the main couple didn't really care because they were just looking for a kid, the joy of having a family. It's definitely insinuated that they have tried before and lost the child in womb, or the child at a young age, or the child in birth. I really liked the way that they portrayed that. They didn't flat out say it. They didn't flat out have, exposition saying that. But throughout the film, there's imagery. There's, there's scenes. There's even some dialogue that portrays that. And I really liked that in this film. There was a scene when they're talking about time travel and whether they would go forward or back. She's like, oh, you wouldn't want to go back? Because he said that he would go in the future, and she was like, well, you didn't even consider that you could go back and change things. So that kind of got me, thinking, oh, I wonder if she means, they would go back and change, the possibility of having a child. That's how I got out of that scene. I might be looking too much into it, but I really liked the dialogue here. I thought the dialogue was well written throughout. And this is just a beautifully directed film. Like I said, the visuals are amazing. Different shots are really cool. Yes, I do think that it sticks on some too long. Like I was saying before, some of it might seem unnecessary. But for the most part, I was really enjoying myself. It might just go, like I said, go on a lamb, go on the dog, go on the cat. And I like that it didn't show, like if you didn't see the trailers and you didn't know anything about this, you wouldn't know that it is a lamb human hybrid until, I mean, pretty good into the movie. They mostly cover it when it's a baby lamb with a blanket and you just see the lamb head. And then when you finally see it, you're like, oh, kind of startled. And I really liked that about this film. They didn't show too much. They didn't show it too often. It's definitely something that kept the intrigue up because I was so looking forward to seeing how this would look, and I think that they did a really good job, you know, with this hybrid character. Yeah, I just think it was a well-directed, a well-written, well-acted, you know, movie. Some negatives that I do have would be, like I said, I think they do go on some shots for too long. Some of the shots, I know some of them are effective, but I do think that it goes on for too long. There were some times in the story where I was like, wait, they're just accepting that, or not even the lamb hybrid, something else. That the brother, you know, shows up. We don't know anything about his character, but then we find out it's his brother, and then I just wish that they kind of eased us into that transition more, and there was another thing later, and I don't know, there were some story beats that I wish that they transitioned us into a little bit better, and you know, it gave us a little more development there, here and there, you know, and I think for the most part they did a pretty good job. It is a slow burn, and sometimes that can be a problem, even for me. Like, even if I like a movie and it's a slow burn, it still is a little bit of an issue, but I don't mind it, you know, and A24 does a good job with it, I think. I kind of wish that they went into more some of the emotional stuff, the emotional beats. I wish that they even leaned more into that and more into the metaphors and the themes, you know. Please comment down below, what did you think of Lamb? Let me know in the comment section, blow up that comment section. But what would I give Lamb? Lamb gets a 7.5 out of 10 from me. That's a 7.5 out of 10 for Lamb. If you liked what you've seen here and you want to see some more, click around here to see something else. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the A24 fans in your life. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, and come to the upside, Dan.